Hey everyone, it's Ashley, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm super excited. My holiday order just arrived. So these are the goodies from this brochure and the things that launched on October 1st. So I have some exciting things to sniff through for the first time. I've just literally opened the box and like taken things out. I haven't opened any smell goods. Sometimes it's hard to resist not pre-smelling things, but since it just arrived, I am filming right away so I don't get tempted and bust into it. I have just a few things that aren't necessarily from the holiday collection that I just bundled into this order because I closed out a party, so I wanted to share them. You guys already know I picked up scent circles for my Happy Mail, so these check. Kind of boring. I just got a bunch of stuff from the fall winter catalog for scents, but I think I did say something about this recently, but I also picked up a new diffuser shade, and this is the Enchant, which here's what the black and white photo looks like. I've never seen this in person. First time for everything. So it says it may contain sharp edges. It's heavier than I was expecting, but they always are heavier than I'm expecting. Oh wow, yeah. This is way heavier than I was expecting. I don't know why I always think these are gonna be plastic, and they're very much glass. It's really, really, really pretty though. Holy cow. I was not expecting it to be this pretty. Oh wow, it's like broken glass all over. Oh, this is actually gonna look really cool. I really just wanted one that had like this type of shape at the top to like pick it up off my diffuser, because right now the one I have, you really have to be, it's beautiful, but you really have to be careful taking it on and off because you can't just like hold it. You really need both hands, which gets to be a pain sometimes. This is almost like the glass warmers that have like the grout in them. Oh, this is gonna look really, really cool. Okay, I'm really excited I went with this. I didn't know which one to go with because, like I said, I've never seen, like, I don't know anybody locally, and none of my like local people have diffusers or by shade, so I don't see them in person. I just try to watch people's videos and stuff. So I'm gonna put that on the ground because it's kind of heavy and I don't want to destroy it. But I just wanted a new diffuser shade that had that like top part hold off. Okay, let's get into the holiday goodies. So I'm just gonna grab and go kind of for the first few things. I kind of told you guys what I wanted, I feel like, in my walkthrough, but I had to get the Bitty Buddy of the Hedgehog. So he scented in Dancing Sugar Plums. I will say I did open this. Honestly, I don't know if I'm having a hard time smelling today, but he doesn't smell like I remember the wax in Dancing Sugar Plum smelling. So the notes are rich spiced plum falls right in step with visions of vanilla and sweet cinnamon apple. Let's see if we can get him out. Oh my gosh, he is so adorable. Maybe he smells like a hint of a spiced apple. I don't remember loving Dancing Sugar Plums. He's not that fragranced. Also, he has like his little hands here. Can you see him? Oh, he's just so soft. I low-key was thinking about just like putting this in my car just for like fun. He's also like that stress ball material. So like, you know, who's not stressed when they're driving and people are driving like idiots around you? You know what I mean? So I've been considering putting some of these, even like the bat that we got in the recent whiff box. I was like, that would be so fun. So I have been thinking about putting these in my car just for fun. Obviously, if you have kids or someone with kids that you can gift to, these are fun for that, but clearly I'm buying them just for myself here. I told you guys I wanted to get the hedgehog because I am obsessed with Hobby the Hedgehog. So this isn't technically Hobby, but it is. It's Hobby. It's the same like design and everything, but they're calling him the Holiday Hedgehog. So I'm really excited about that. That's very fun. Okay, and then I also picked up the mini gnome for the holidays. This is the only warmer I got. I haven't seen anybody's hauls yet. I think people's orders are just starting to officially arrive. But none of the warmers were like super calling my name, except for this one. Like the ones I like, I already own. So none of these trees were super calling to me. We'll see when I watch people's hauls. Maybe I'll feel differently, but I already have a lot of trees. I do like this Night Divine. Like, I do think that's a really cool concept. I just don't know if I have anywhere to put it. And then I did tell you guys, I would probably have gotten this one if the full size was available. Like, I already have the big gnome. I already have this guy. I already have this guy. The Christmas camper just isn't, not into the whole camper thing. And then I already have a tree shade to match my other tree warmer. So like, this was the only thing that I really felt that was calling me. Wow, he has a lot of holes in the back. Okay. So, he has a ton of holes to let out heat. So he must get pretty warm because that's like a lot of holes. Like he'll be letting out a lot of light and like, he might get pretty warm. He has a hat, but it's open in the back. So it's kind of like the Southern Hospitality, that mini warmer, honestly, like where it's open in the back a little bit. And the dish is really deep, actually. Like you could probably comfortably melt 2 cubes in here. Typically mini warmers, it's a little bit, like I'd stick with one to be safe, but this one actually has a pretty deep dish here. So you might actually be able to fit 2. Like I would consider it. I don't know if I'm actually gonna plug this guy in to the wall or if I'm just gonna set up my gnome and put him next to him just for decor. Either way, I have the option. It is a ceramic warmer. It comes with the plugins and stuff and the light bulbs here, but I honestly might just set him up, not even on a tabletop base or anything. I might just not even turn him on and just set him up just for fun because he's cute. I just wanted him to match. Like the only reason I got him was so that he could match my big gnome because I like the big gnome and I thought it was fun. They could be like dad and son kind of vibe, like like big and mini. That was my whole purpose. Okay, these ones with the like gnome hats kind of go on specifically because the boxes are made so that it fits over the gnome head. Okay, maybe I'm not making this look very simple. I'm not putting this in here very good. Okay, then I did the hand soaps. So I got Winterberry Apple Tea. It's the 3-pack. Perfect Peppermint. You guys know, like, my 2 faves right here. And then it also came with Christmas Cottage. And the packaging on this is so cute. So adorable. Like, this is so Christmassy. Christmas Cottage. But, like, it's so holiday feels. Christmas Cottage hand soap, the notes are Valencia oranges, raspberries, cloves, and spices. It's not like my favorite in the wax. Sometimes the hand soap isn't as intense just because it's like you're washing it on your hands and you're moving on. It's not like, you know, filling your whole house with fragrance. So, but I knew I loved the other 2. And I feel like hand soap, even if you don't love the scent, typically you can get by. Like I feel like one year came with maple apple bourbon, which I was like, I don't really love this scent. But in the hand soap, I was like, it's not bad. Like it's enjoyable while you're washing your hands, and then it kind of just like dissipates off your hands. So I picked up that, and then of course I got a Winterberry Apple Tea Scentsy Soak. I'm so happy this came back. But I'm even more excited that it came in hand cream. So I picked up 2 of the hand creams. I might open one of these and try it out and just like see how I feel about it and maybe pick up a couple more. I don't know, like part of me wants to be like, okay, make sure it's like everything you want it to be before you buy a ton of it. But then part of me is like, but then do I need to like finish it if I open it and then I like put it back and I have just a ton? So I might open one just to get a feel for if I want to purchase some more. All of this stuff is while supplies last, so this is probably one of the things that I would want to stock up on because I already have another Scentsy Soak and Winterberry Apple Tea, so I feel like I'm okay there. So I also added a travel twist in maple rum cake to this order. So this was actually from the Harvest catalog, which some of those things are still available. They are starting to sell out a little bit, but this is the only scent that was available from Harvest in a travel twist. And I actually really liked this scent more than I thought I would. And yeah, I just was like, travel twist, it's a new product, it's fun, it's a scent I like, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna throw it in this next order since I'm closing out the party anyway. After my original order for Harvest had come, I was like, ooh, maybe I should have picked this up, but I was nervous I wasn't gonna like this scent, so I held off. Now I went for it. So, because they've been coming out with a lot of maple scents, and I think it's going well so far, but there is a maple scent in here that we're also going to talk about. So we'll see how well it's going. Okay, before we dive into wax, I want to do the oil 3-pack. So I have one of these. I only picked up one. If you guys know from the Harvest collection, I overall ended up getting 4 of the oil packs. And they're still available to my knowledge. So there's nothing stopping me. I just really love what they do with the Harvest oils. Typically every year there's a couple good hits, and this time all 3 of them are like great. This one I was a little bit more nervous on just based on the notes. So I only got 1 to start. But typically, the oils, I feel like they don't produce as many of because it's harder to like source whatever goes in here, or like it has a shorter shelf life or something to do with manufacturing or storage of these oils. They just seem to not last like inventory wise as long. So, okay, I think I'm just gonna start right in order. The first one they have listed is Sweets for Santa, which seems to be a bakery and seems like naturally that would be what I'm most drawn to. So it says holiday baking fills the air with cinnamon, lemon, vanilla, and hints of caramel. So this might be my one and done scent from this pack, but we'll see here. This is really good. It's literally what it says. Cinnamon, lemon, cinnamon, lemon, vanilla, and hints of caramel. Honestly, it's not like super bakery in here, or super like winter bakery. Maybe. It's just the lemon is kind of strong, which makes sense because the lemon oil is probably way stronger than any of these other oils in here. Something about it though, and maybe it's the caramel in there with it, is giving it like a deeper feeling, so it's not like a summer lemon bakery. Something about it is a little bit deeper. But maybe it's the caramel. I can't quite put my finger on it. So it's not entirely deep winter, but I mean, this is just smelling it right out of the bottle, obviously not diffusing it or anything. Okay, next we have Frosted Fur Balsam. This is Snowfalls over Fur Balsam and Rosewood dusted with peppermint. I'm hoping if this has like no rosy type notes, this probably be good. I feel like there's a hint of rose, and maybe if I didn't know that was in here, maybe I'd feel differently. I do get the mintiness, but it's not that minty. I'd want it to personally be more minty. And the slightest hint of like the fur balsam, like the Christmas tree note in here, is the very backseat. I think less on the rose, more on the fur balsam and the peppermint would have been a better hit. Obviously, have not melted, haven't diffused this. This is just initial sniff, but why the rosewood? That's no, not. Maybe some people like that, but personally, I feel like that's giving it too much floral and not enough like tree and peppermint. So, and then the last one in this trio is the first Snowfall. So this is a blanket of frosty air settles over eucalyptus and cedarwood. This one I'm nervous about eucalyptus and cedarwood. Like, how is this going to translate? There's a lot of eucalyptus and cedarwood. It initially kind of actually reminds me of like a cleaning product. Like, it's kind of reminding me of like a pledge, like not a lemon pledge, but just like a pledge cleaner or something. Like, that's so random, but there's a lot, like the frosty air is almost like non-existent. Like, I wouldn't say this is like pepperminty by any stretch of the imagination. The bottle's cold, but it's cold outside. Like, the high today, it's currently 61. It was 28 last night, so it's cold here. This is a lot of eucalyptus and definitely cedarwood number 2. Like, they're both very high. And then I don't know what they're calling frosty air. I think maybe you could add like a marshmallow buttercream to this and maybe mix it into something that's not bad. It's probably nice like in your bedroom or something, especially if you're maybe like a little bit coldy, like you have a cold. Okay, glad I only ordered one of these because I definitely want to sniff them out regardless, even if I don't like think I'm gonna like any of them, just to give feedback. But definitely the Sweets for Santa, I would say, is my favorite. And honestly, I think the Frosted Fur Balsam is probably my number 2. That first Snowfall, there's just too much eucalyptus in there. They could have done something way better with this, but obviously my preferences aren't everyone's preferences. So it's easy for me to say. It's hard to please everyone. Clearly, we all know that. Okay, moving on. And I already loved the holiday one, so like trying to also love the holiday. Oh, I love the harvest one. I don't know if I said that right. So if I also loved the holiday, I'd probably just be in a lot of trouble. So it's probably good that I don't. Okay, I have another fun collection in here that I'm going to talk about at the end, because it's like a fun seasonal one. However, I want to talk about the holiday ones first. Okay. So I ordered 2 bundles of the scents. That's what I did with the Harvest collection too. And I just felt like it gave me a lot to like test, make samples with for my customers, and then also just like have, so I wasn't like, oh yeah, I tried it one time and then decide if I wanted to club it or not. Like, I have options. So I enjoy that. Let me make some room here, maybe. Okay. You don't have a big enough table or desk situation here. Okay, let's start with the one I'm probably the most nervous for. It's Cranberry Orange Cider. The notes are tart orange, cranberry, and apple, mulled with cinnamon sticks, served warm and wonderful. I'm nervous it's going to be like either way too orange or way too cinnamon stick. I don't know why. It's a pretty color though. It's like a mulberry wine color. It's better than I was expecting, but I don't love it on first initial sniff. Like, it's better than I thought, but I'm not like, wow. The bottom has me feeling better, actually. So, very, very slight on the cinnamon, I feel like. The top has the orange, the bottom has the apple and cranberry, and it's kind of, I mean, they do say a cider. It is kind of like a cider. Like, to me, there's not a lot of cinnamon in here on this first initial sniff. The bottom's really nice. It's just like a nice blend of apple and cranberry. But honestly, if I didn't know, I mean, it's called Cranberry Orange Cider. I totally think that's appropriate. If I didn't know that I was like looking for spice, I don't know that I would think there's any in here. Like, it doesn't smell warm. It doesn't smell spicy to me. Also, I mean, these can't be that old. Like, they probably poured them in a decent advanced time frame. I can see 2022. I cannot see, maybe August. There's an 8, but I don't know. Maybe they poured these in August. That's guessing on the pour dates. I have 2 of them, so let's see if we can see the other one. No, I'll look on the other bars. I'm not getting spice. I'm actually feeling a lot better about this. The top is definitely orange, but I would think that would go away the first, like the top. You know, the top notes go away first, and I feel like the orange is definitely the top note here. and the apple and the cranberry on the bottom. Okay. I'm feeling a lot better about that one. I was really nervous about it. This one, maple vanilla glaze. The maple's back. Somebody made the comment like, they must have bought a lot of maple oil. And I think one of the, does one of the Bring Back My bars also, is there a maple one in there too? So I'm like, it wouldn't surprise me if they're like, okay, we got all this maple, now we got to put it to good use. So maple vanilla glaze. Delight your senses with buttered caramel and dark maple drizzled over caramelized sugar. Okay, the last two maples have been okay. So this has a lot riding on it. It looks very maple color. I was gonna say I get maple, but it also says buttered caramel, and it is giving me kind of that buttered vibe. Like a heavier, you know, how maple's kind of like sickeningly sweet. Let's see if I can get it out. We're getting into that cold weather where stuff doesn't want to come out of the clam. It's definitely heavier than the other two maples. The bottom almost smells like so sweet that it almost smells like fruity or something. I don't know. Yeah, like almost fruity-ish, but it's not fruit. It's like sweetness, but it's like giving me something else. This is definitely one I'm gonna warm all of these regardless, but this is one I could see potentially changing on warm. I mean, maple rum cake also on cold, I was like, I don't know about this, and I warmed it and I was like, this is amazing. And these are kind of cold. It's heavy. It's definitely heavy. I'm gonna have to warm it and report back in my what I have been warming. Hopefully it just is next weekend. Interesting. I think I like the cranberry orange cider more at this point than the maple vanilla glaze. Swirling Snowflakes. I'm hoping this one's my favorite. A flurry of sparkling peppermint dances in the fresh air with a hint of delicate eucalyptus flower. Why they gotta go putting eucalyptus in our peppermint scents? Okay. It kind of reminds me of like a fresh ice Olaf situation, but it's different. Let's smell the bottom. I feel like it's the eucalyptus is what's making it different, but it's not eucalyptus like that oil was. Okay, I like this. This is good. There's definitely a eucalyptus, but it's like, it says eucalyptus flower. Is that different from, is eucalyptus flower make it less concentrated? I don't know. Don't think I'll stem from the same place. I feel like I'm getting the eucalyptus, but it's making it, it's like they just put in like a drop of that oil, like just to give it a little bit more freshness and not make it perfect peppermint. But also it says fresh air, and this literally smells like you're outside and it has just like snowed. Like 100% fresh air. This is really good. Do I need fresh ice Olaf and this in my club and they all smell relatively the same? Maybe. I really actually like this one, which is great because I was like, the other two are making me a little bit like questionable. So I was like, I'm riding all my hope in this one. It's very much peppermint and fresh air, hint of eucalyptus. Like, it's not just breathe. It's like closer to perfect peppermint than to just breathe, personally. But it's somewhere in the middle of those two, I would say. But not as like medicinal. I feel like Just Breathe is so medicinal. Like, you are trying to legit breathe because you have a cold. This one is like, we're trying to make the air really, really fresh, but not make it only peppermint. I hope that helps. I can't wait to make samples of these for my customers and actually get some opinions. I know some of them have ordered these, but for my others who are like waiting to test them, I can't wait to see what they think. I'm really trying to, I'm so bad on the weekends about like drinking water versus the work day. So I'm trying to be better about that. Okay. that's everything from the holiday collection. And I'm just gonna put like a quick little sniff here about some things that consultants have early access to. And it's not the holiday bricks. I'm gonna talk about those, I think, in my next video. I'm just going to quickly touch on the Scents of the Season items. I'm just gonna very briefly go through them because they're not available until the 1st of November, but consultants did have early access to them. One of the many perks about being a consultant, you get early access to things. So not only did we get brick early access, which just came, we got early access to this as well. So in the Scents of the Season, there are 4 waxes that are coming, and they will be available in a bundle for either $20 or you can buy them individually or bundle and save them as you choose. So the first one I'm confused about because it's Clove and Sentiment. This is available in the catalog right now, so I don't know why it's in this collection. I don't know. I don't have any like insider knowledge, but when I saw them promoting this at first, I was like, is that a typo? Like, is it really Clove and Cinnamon? Which it's in this fun packaging. Like, I love that. But this has been in the catalog for like ever. So it's kind of funny. It's the classic scent of cinnamon sticks fused with cloves. It's literally clove and cinnamon. I actually have this in my melting basket right now because I'm going to attempt to mix it with Very Peri Pumpkin and make like a spiced pumpkin because I don't like Very Peri Pumpkin on its own. So if you have some scents like pumpkin marshmallow or some scents that just need a little bit of spice to help them out, hopefully this is the good one for that. It's not red hot cinnamon because it has that clove in it as well, but it's like only spice. Like to me, but some people also, I have heard people say, they're like, I love this scent. Like, it just makes my house smell so warm and cozy. Personally, I'm like, I can't ever see myself melting it without mixing it. But maybe I need to give that a try. Initially when I smell it, I'm like, this needs to be mixed. But some people love this just to make their house like super warm and cozy. So they say. So we have Clove and Cinnamon coming, Scents of the Season. We also have Cozy Fireside. I feel like this has been available before and it's returning. Is that accurate? I feel like there was like a cozy type collection. I feel like this was in there. Please correct me if I'm wrong. This is warm spice notes with zesty ginger and cinnamon. The packaging is adorable. I was expecting like fire roasting. I was expecting this to be like very smoky and very fiery. It's actually very cozy. Okay, it's called Cozy Fireside. So I was expecting kind of like around the campfire, like an apple s'mores around the campfire with apple type situation. I don't know why I had apple in my mind, but I just did. It's like a really nice cup of warm cider. Like it's really, really cozy and there's no smoky fire note. This is really nice. This is really, really nice. It's just like a warm drink. Like I can see how I would picture myself with this scent like next to the fire, cuddled up in a blanket, like if I had a fireplace. But it doesn't smell like the fire. I had no expectations of what this was going to smell like. Warm spice notes with zesty ginger and cinnamon. It's kind of like a prettier version of the Clove and Cinnamon. It's a little bit like, I feel like I'm getting apple. It's not explicitly apple, but just kind of way in like a spiced apple cider. It's giving you that hint of apple. I don't know, it clearly doesn't say apple, but that's what I'm getting. So, okay, I'm really impressed with this one. Actually, I was really nervous about that one, but I'm really impressed with it. Okay, Blue Christmas. I feel like this one has also been available before. Holiday fragrance of orange peels, cloves, fir needles, and cinnamon sticks. This one is very fir needles, orange, classic holiday type scent. It's really nice, actually. It kind of reminds me of like Icicles and Evergreen, but with orange a little bit. It's not as orange as Wassail Wonderland, but it does have orange. And I think it's more tree than the orange, versus Wassail Wonderland is like more the orange than the tree. So I'm curious to melt this one. I might wait until closer to the launch of these to actually go through them. And then we have, I think this is the only new one from my experience. It's Saint Nickerdoodle. So it's like a play on the word snickerdoodle, like a cookie. It's baked apples, spices, and a dusting of powdered sugar. So I have high hopes for this one. This is amazing. This could be apple butter frosting's like cookie cousin. It's the cookie version of apple butter frosting. I didn't know there was apple in this. Do I read the end notes? Do I read the news articles? I'm just like, oh, a new collection coming. I don't read the notes. I'm like, I want to smell it myself. This, if you missed out on apple butter frosting because it went away and broke everybody's heart, you need to get this one. This is legit like the cookie version of apple butter frosting. Okay, I'm really impressed with this collection. A definite yes. I like the Blue Christmas. I'm actually really happy with the Cozy Fireside. And then this one's already available, so I don't know about this one. I'm excited I got to sniff through those guys early with you all. So I will probably talk about them closer once they're getting to be available in like my what I've been warmings and stuff. So that's everything for this video. Sorry it kind of got longer than I thought it was going to, but thank you for hanging out with me today and chatting. Let me know what you guys picked up from the holiday collection, or if you're going to post a haul, comment down below. I'd love to watch it. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time. Bye.